Hey guys, Danella Citry here, and you guys see, I got John from Art East with me today,
Hello.
and I am like super stoked because I'm doing the Winnie the Pooh pattern. And so, John, I grew up on Winnie the Pooh.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I mean to the point where I actually named my baby brother Christopher.
Oh, that's so cute.
Mom wouldn't let me do Christopher Robin, so she gave me Christopher. So I'm like, and then when you came out with this, because I've never done an Art East pattern before. So when you came out with this, I'm like, I have to. It's my calling. I have to do it.
Oh, that's awesome. So we're so happy to have you in the so long.
Oh, definitely. So before I get babbling too much like a crazy person, why don't you go ahead and give a little intro to yourself for anybody that may not know you? Even I don't know who would be here that doesn't.
Yeah, well, so I am. So my name is John McPhail. I am the artistic director at Artie's Quilting Co. So we've been designing for about 6 years, almost seven now, and we do traditionally pieced patterns. We like to call them precision piecing because there's usually some smaller pieces, but detailed images. So it's the trade off for that. So we do so we release about six patterns every year. Plus we do a sew along every year where we have kind of a more involved pattern, which this year is the 100 Acre Woods, which Donnell has joined us for, which is Winnie-the-Pooh themed. So like you, Donnell, I had Winnie-the-Pooh in my childhood quite a bit. And when my youngest sibling was born, I've called them Pooh since the day they were born. So we
That could
have,
be bad and good.
yeah. Depending on the day, the spelling may have changed, but
Oops, might have forgot the H.
so yeah, so we're excited to have you. We love sharing these projects. The sew along for us is kind of our favorite thing we do over the course of the year, because we've really built a big community where people can come together, so share. We give away prizes. We do live events, live sews. Tomorrow in the community, I'm going live with my friend Adam from Adam Sews,
He
and
is so amazing. I love watching him create like his tulip pink bags as
yeah.
well as like the shirts that he makes. It's like so awesome.
So it's funny you say that because I'm very excited. So tomorrow during the live stream, I'm actually going to be wearing a Beetlejuice jumper that he made me. So
Oh
very
my God.
yeah. So I'm
That
excited
is
to.
so cool.
Oh, there's Adam now. Of course. Hi, Adam.
Hey, Adam. Oh my God. We were just talking about you. Your ears must have been ringing, love.
Yes, and talking about his bags, I'm also the very proud owner of this caddy back here that he made me out of some out of print tulip ink, and I've got the notebook I'm currently working in. He made me this here too, so I'm very lucky.
So awesome. So before I get going too crazy and lose completely track of the chat, let me go in and say hi to everybody because it's going crazy. We have Auntie Patricia for Patricia Arbuckle, Michelle's Crescent Moore, Mama J Enterprises, Andrea. Oh, Andrea, your little gnome is done. Your
Oh,
little gnome
cool.
frog. So my husband has done 3D print things,
Oh,
and I actually hand painted this.
oh, cool.
So another one of my favorite things to do and everything. It's just good stress reliever. So and I love painting. Then we had Big Brother Mike, and so blessed by Jess, little sis,
Hello.
and do.
I see
Trying to get
Sean.
through the chat. Giovanna. Let's see, everybody's chitter chatters. Miss Linda, our cell lady. Good morning, love. Katie Krause, Simona DeWatt. And let's see. Hey, Zaza. And I've seen somebody in here, people in here saying hi, Cindy, which I'm assuming it's mommy.
A lot of people today.
Oh, definitely. See, hey, Sean says, good day. Can't stay long, but wanted to say hi to you, to two of my faves. Aw.
Oh,
Hey,
good
hon.
day, John.
And then we got Crystal L, Mickey B. Okay, I think I'm at the bottom. I had to zoom through fast so I can get
Yeah.
everybody, but not take up the entire stream. Alrighty. So are you working on anything today?
So I'm in planning stages. So I've discovered
Ooh.
that talking and making something doesn't work extremely well for me. So unless I'm talking about what I'm making and instructing. So I'm planning my quilt that I'm making tomorrow on our live stream, which is a small version of this one here. So
That is so cool. It so reminds me of like the Pac-Man ghost.
mhm. Yeah. So what I'm planning to do with this one, so I'm going to make it scrappy. So I'm using all Ruby Star Society prints, but I'm going to kind of piece all the ghosts out of different white or low value ruby stars, and then I'm going to do the background in some darker ones. So
Oh,
we'll, we'll
awesome.
we'll see how it goes.
Definitely. So far, this is what I have completed of my Winnie-the-Pooh block.
Oh, awesome.
And I am doing fabrics of all my own from my stash and everything. The only thing I did buy for this was the background, so the way there'd be universal across them all.
Yes, for
And
sure.
I found this beautiful, like powdery blue, 108 wide fabric from Joann's. I'm like, perfect.
Oh, yes.
I'm
Yeah.
like, there. So I bought the requirement for the backing, but in 108.
Yeah.
I'm like, that'll give me some extra.
Yeah. That's perfect. I hear your little birds in the back.
Yeah, they like to go crazy because they love being the center of attention during my live streams. I think it's their live stream.
Yeah.
Especially Quasar. I swear, he thinks it's his channel.
That's
Yeah,
cute.
so they are actually right over here. So I got the
Oh,
lovebird, the budgie, and then right here is Quasar. Let's see if I can get my camera over there without disconnecting anything. There's Quasar.
aw, so cute.
Yeah, spoiled babies.
Yes.
I
And
even thank you, Giovanna. She said she loves the hats.
aw, I decided to go cat today.
I totally love the cat, especially like the little skull candy design on the
Yeah.
ribbon.
So I also decided I thought I'd hang some Halloweeny quilts up for you. So
Ooh, I love it.
I've got my little this one up here is from a pattern we have called onesies funsies. So
Aw,
little humans and little animal onesies.
that is
And
so
then
awesome.
we've got, of course, the haunted cabin one behind me. And then these are from we have a mini block sampler, which is all 6-inch blocks. But I have a cheat sheet on our website that anyone can download for free, how to upsize or scale traditionally pieced patterns. So I actually upscaled these to 9 inches from the
Oh,
6-inch.
wow.
Yeah.
That is so cool. I totally love it. It's so cute.
So I took the Halloween inspired ones and put them together on a wall hanging.
So I've actually tried, after my live stream last week, doing the Winnie the Pooh block, my very first time ever doing an Art East. Decided I'm gonna try and do this first time ever on my live stream. By stitch number 2, I had already needed a seam ripper. But the problem was the fact that I already trimmed away one of the pieces. And I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a recut.
Yeah.
Hey William, how you doing, hon? So after last week, my live stream, I spent the rest of my Saturday going through all my pieces and putting them all into baggies of
Oh, that's so
each
nice.
section based upon the pattern.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good
And then I
idea.
put them all in my bucket here, and they're all sitting on top of each other based upon in what order they need to be sewn.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like to I do that when I'm stitching. I like to go through the pages and I collect all the pieces that I'm going to need for that particular page or that particular step.
Yeah,
And
I was actually glad I did that because I found out I was missing one piece.
oh, there you go. Yeah, that's one of the good reasons.
It was either missing or it disappeared into outer space somewhere. I'm not for sure which.
um, I also like to lay them out how they're going to be stitched ahead of time too at the beginning of every step, because that kind of allows you to see if you've made a mistake in cutting sometimes. Because when you have them all laid out, a lot of times if something's cut too big or too small, a lot of times at that point it'll be obvious as well.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like a little extra check before needing it.
So how crazy does your community chat go?
My humidity chat.
Your community chat for the
Okay.
circle.
They say humidity.
Because I swear to goodness gracious, I'll be sitting there working and my all of a sudden it's like constantly.
So our
I'm like,
community,
how does he do this? This is just for Winnie-the-Pooh.
yeah, no, we have a very active community, which we're very grateful for, because it's nice to know we're not just speaking into the void. But it's great. We've had people who've made friends on our So Long communities and who've met in person and who now get together regularly for lunch and to spend all their money at quilt shops together. So it's
That is amazing. Yeah, I love it because I can show something on there that I worked on and get such great feedback on it.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, we really enjoy it. Hi, Annette.
Hey Annette. Hey Heather, Debt Free Quilter, and Melanie. And anybody else I've missed. Hey Deb S, the Pug Mama Quilter.
Hi, Deb.
So is the Winnie the Pooh one something that is still available if people want to try it?
Yeah, you can join anytime. So it's available right now. Anyone who's in the US or in Canada can join now. It's a sew along, but you can definitely take it at your own pace. And we always have people that sign up right to the end, usually. So
Oh, awesome. So Michelle or Mike or Jess or William, my mods. If one of you guys can drop exclamation pattern, I did actually include a link in there just in case.
oh, there we go.
I'm like, figure out to ask first beforehand, but or
Perfect.
Mike could just go ahead and just drop the link.
Absolutely. And if there's anyone here who's not in the US or Canada, the project will be available to you in 2027.
Awesome.
And not because we don't want you to sew along with us. It's a copyright issue.
Oh, that's weird. Hey, Cassidy.
Hi, Cassidy. Cassidy is our powerhouse here at Art East. Cassidy works
Oh,
with
okay. I'm like, I don't recognize that name, but hi.
Yeah.
Welcome to the crazy channel.
Yeah. So it used to be just Matt and I working away over here at Art East, but we've now have a full-time help. So Cassidy packs all of our orders and she does all of our
Well, yeah,
purchase.
because I mean, you guys are like known like across the world essentially now.
Yeah, we Cassidy is the Art East elf, Adam says.
I love it.
Cassidy was also the lucky recipient of one of Adam's fantastic caddies last week.
Oh, wow.
It was really great. It was made all out of Tula Pink's. Oh, why is it escaping me? The Deja
Come
Vu
on.
collection
Come on.
here. Hi, JL.
Hey, JL, how are you doing?
Is that RJL?
I seen that you posted it on the thing this morning in the chat and all
Yeah,
for that you're going to be on today. So thank you so much for doing that.
you're welcome. And that's, yeah, it's our JL. So JL also helps us sometimes. So JL actually helped us cut all of the fabric for the Winnie the Pooh kits.
Okay, so Crystal is asking if I could introduce my guest again, that she did not catch the beginning. So would you
Sure.
like to give a little introduction to yourself and everything and what you do and all, and for
Yeah.
the people that missed it?
Yeah, so for those who missed it, my name is John. I'm the artistic director at Artie's Quilting Co. So I design and write and make all of the patterns here that we produce. We've been in the game since about 2018, and we also run sew-alongs every year. Our current sew-along is the Winnie-the-Pooh 100-acre wood sew-along that Donnell is working on right now. So we're very excited to have Donnell and yeah, to
Which
share.
I'm doing more talking than anything right now, so I'm not really getting much accomplished
I
today. But that's
know.
okay.
That's always what
I
happens.
wasn't really expecting to, because like I've been telling my crew, my members, and especially my moderators all week. I'm like, guys, John's gonna be on my channel. John from Artie's. I'm like, I have a freaking celebrity agreed to be on my channel.
I don't know if I'd say that.
Well, that's the way I feel. I'm like, I don't even have like 1,000 subscribers, and John from Artie's is gonna be on my channel.
I'm glad to be here.
I was like, oh my gosh. Because I'm really good friends with Sean. We text each other every week. And I was talking with him. Yes, Adam, so celebrity. Celebrity.
Celebrity.
I'll get it right in a minute. So I was talking with him. I'm like, yes, Heather, I'm complete fangirling over here. So I was talking with Sean. I'm like, because we were talking about the poo pattern, Winnie the Pooh pattern, and how the fact that he had you on his channel and everything a couple weeks ago. And I'm like, okay, I'm not a big time channel or anything. Don't even have 1,000 subscribers. I'm like, but do you think John would be on my channel as a guest? I'm like, I've never really done one of his patterns before. I'm like, and I'm doing Winnie the Pooh and totally loving it. He's like, he goes, I don't think he would have a problem with it. He goes, worst case scenario, all he could do is say no. I'm like, that's the answer I don't want. I'm not good with rejection.
I was glad to do it.
And as soon as you responded back with yes, I actually screenshotted that and sent it to Sean. I'm like, he said yes.
So, speaking of our patterns, Cassidy packed up the red pandas for you yesterday.
Say what?
You ordered the red pandas, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
I was waiting to tell you, but I got so busy fangirling over here, I completely forgot. Yeah, so one of my subscribers and members, Melissa Fieldhouse, she actually has a pattern, and she heard me talking last week about how I love red pandas and I want to get it and eventually do that one and everything. Well, she private messaged me letting me know she already has that and is looking for someone to do it with her. So I went online and bought the paper pattern, and it's actually supposed to be here on Wednesday.
Oh, awesome.
I'm like, I love red pandas. They're so cute.
It's one of my. You'll find the pieces. So the blocks in that one are a bit larger than the Winnie the Pooh blocks.
Oh,
Yes.
some of these pieces, I'm telling you, they can be very trying. But after doing foundation paper piecing and a very small pixelated wall hanging, thanks to Andrea, Mama J Enterprises, so thanks to her, I was like, listen, I want you to push my limits. I'm like, I've never done smaller than 2.5-inch squares. So
Oh, wow.
push me. And she did, and it came out magnificent.
Oh, good.
And so after that, I think because of that, I wasn't so scared to take on these small pieces.
Mm-hmm. And small pieces, all you have to do is just slow yourself down a bit. It's
I've learned, like, if you hold the tail of the thread
yeah,
right beforehand, like give it some tension on there, then
Yeah.
it doesn't really pull the fabric down in there. Plus, you can also use leaders enders or use a piece of paper underneath for support.
Yeah, totally. And we're really big fans over here too of the Acorn Precision Piecing products.
I'm waiting to get that.
Yeah, so that helps a lot. And Adam says, and read the actual instructions. Double exclamation mark.
Yeah, I actually, before I even touched my fabric, I went through and read this entire booklet.
Oh, wow.
So that way there I knew exactly what to do. And I'm going to tell you right now, I love the little story you started off with in this.
Aw,
I've
thanks.
never seen a pattern do that before, and I absolutely love like the little detail that you put at the beginning of like the little story.
Aw, thank you.
I was like, oh, I'm like, I get story time and a pattern.
So if you want, I don't know if you've seen this, but if you want to see small pieces, a few weeks ago, I made this. So one of our newest patterns is Anna Green Gables pattern.
I actually I seen you make that over on Sean's channel.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I did
Yeah,
this at
because when
half.
Sean goes live, I'm actually up getting the dogs taken care of, making coffee, and getting my live stream ready to go because I go live like half an hour after he finishes. So I know when he's done, it's time for me to be booting up my computer, getting ready to go.
Yeah. So
And
this was
yes, I
very.
seen you doing that on there, and then I actually was RSVP'd for that private live stream and everything, or private stream over there for the early release of that. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it, so I was like, crap.
Yeah.
But I did go back and watch the replay of it.
Yeah. I like that every once in a while, taking a block and then making it even smaller. I find it fun.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, there's actually so through a group I belong to and everything and all, we're actually doing like they're giving us like the design of the block or the cards. It's like those little bots of cards that you can get from Amazon for quilt
Mhm.
blocks.
Yeah.
Cannot remember the name of them, and they're over there hidden right now, so I can't even see it to get a cheater. But so a lot of the people are doing like 12-inch blocks. I've been doing 8-inch blocks because I'm taking my blocks, and then once I'm done with them, I'm gonna be hand quilting them into a quilt that my grandmother made.
Oh, wow.
She actually made a quilt, and there was like a bunch of blocks where it's like it was like all printed on fabric and everything, pictures of the family. That's all faded away.
Oh,
So
wow.
to preserve the quilt, I'm taking quilt blocks and putting it in there so that we're there, then it's mine and her quilt.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be a long ongoing thing because I'm hand quilting each one.
we'll have to be sure to put a very detailed label on it so that people know the story. And then who
Yeah,
knows?
I don't know when she made the quilt, but the best idea I can get off of her Facebook page was because she's passed away now. She passed away in 2018. So the best idea I could find was like 2012 or 2013.
Okay. Yeah, and who knows? Years from now, maybe a descendant of yours will be adding to it as well.
Oh, definitely. And it's like the perfect couch quilt size.
Oh, perfect. One thing that I'll often think about, and I don't know why I do this, but I always, because I've made a lot of quilts at this point, I always think like, which of my quilts is going to be the last one standing? Like long after I'm gone.
Yeah, there's one of my very first quilts. It was not my first quilt, but one of my first quilts. Actually, I made it for a friend. They actually brought it back to me because some of the seams were coming undone. And and the only way I could think to fix it was to go through the entire thing and do zigzag stitching over the entire queen size quilt of every single stitch.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, well, it ain't coming apart now.
No. Giovanna's asking if I'm from Canada. I am. So I am located in Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia, which is pretty much as far east as you can get in Canada on land.
So I know Laura Lynn and Pop from Mom and Pop's Quilt Shop is also in Nova Scotia.
They are, yeah.
So how far away are you from them?
If I
Or
remember,
have you ever met them?
I've never met them. But I think if I remember correctly, are they in Pictou? Let me just do a quick Google. If they're in Pictou,
Okay.
it's probably about 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours.
And see, you're just like right over the pond a long ways away.
Yeah.
Because I'm in Michigan.
So I'm originally from Windsor, Ontario, which is very
Okay.
close to where you are. How far are you from Detroit?
2 miles.
2 miles?
Yeah, so I'm like right where Sits Nice sits and I-94 meet up and everything.
Okay.
And like I would say maybe 20 minutes from the Canada Bridge.
Oh wow! So we literally.
Yeah. So I'm like right. I mean, I can look on a good day. I can actually look and see. Like I've been down over by the river and everything, and was able to watch the fireworks from the Canada side.
Oh, wow. So I literally lived 20 minutes from you for the first 22 years of my life.
Oh wow, that is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm 3 hours from Mom and Pop.
Oh, awesome. Hey, Pat Strawhouse, how you doing? She says, hey, Danella, John, and all joining in from sunny Muskogee, Ontario.
Oh, very beautiful part of.
I don't know if I said that correctly or not because it was just a quick glance up.
Yeah,
Hey,
okay.
Jacqueline Spear or Jackie. I know you like being preferred being called Jackie.
So Cassidy said I was talking about which of my quilts was going to be the last one standing. And she said the Tula sample quilt because I'm making you will that to me. LOL. So she's upset. So I did. Are you familiar with Gnome Angel in
Yes.
So
she is phenomenal designer.
Oh, I love her. Fussy cutting extraordinaire. So a few years ago, I did her 100 Days, 100 Blocks, and I used all Tula Pink fabrics for it. And I fussy cut everything in it.
Oh, wow.
And the first time that Cass saw
I got a paw.
Oh, there you go.
It's taken me like 30 minutes to sew 4 pieces of fabric. Okay, so what were you saying about Gnome Angel?
Oh, so Cass is obsessed with the quilt I made from the 100 Days, 100 Blocks that Gnome Angel did. And it's all fussy cut Tula Pink fabrics.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, my mom, because occasionally my mom and stepdad will jump in here into the chat and everything. And they watch from my mom's phone. And whenever she gets a chance. And when I first talked about doing this pattern and showing the front of the booklet, she goes, and you're giving me that one, right? And I'm like, we're gonna have a discussion, Mama.
Yeah. There's somebody in our community that's making 3 of them simultaneously. I don't know if you saw
I've
that.
seen that. I was like, I am gonna make a second one of it, which is the whole reason why I wanted the booklet then. Plus, I mean, it's a booklet.
Yeah.
Oh, and I did also, I don't know if it was you or Matt that posted the link into the circle group and everything of the 2-book collection of Winnie-the-Pooh from Amazon. I want to say thank you because I did order it.
Oh, awesome. Oh, you're welcome.
I'm like, I don't want to open it.
Yeah, they're great. So they basically put out reproductions of the first editions that were released in the US.
And for anybody that's interested, this is the collection right here that we're talking about.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. I'm like, I have not even taken it out of the plastic. I'm like, I want to keep it nice and pristine.
So it has all the original illustrations that inspired this quilt, and yeah, they're
like, it's so funny because the husband and I was just talking about books this morning, and I told him about this. I'm like, I want to read them, but I don't want to open them.
Oh, Crystal's asking if I have a YouTube channel. I don't have a YouTube channel, at least not one that's active. But you can actually sign up for our community. There's a free section of our community where I will go live with friends and sew there if you want to go there.
Let's see. I don't have the link for that. Mike, are you able to find that link, hon?
I can get it.
Okay. So I know you won't be able to post a link in there, but if you put it over into the private chat on here, then I could be able to copy and paste it.
Oh, sure.
Just because since you're not a moderator, then.
Oh. There we go.
Awesome sauce.
Now JL's also fangirling over that Tula pink quilt that I made. He's also seen it.
You should just leave it in your will for it to have a bidding war.
Yeah.
And whoever wins it and everything, the money has to go to charity. So sorry, Annette. Yeah, I seen a message up above and everything and all about your shoulder and all. Says she's got to have surgery. I'm so sorry, honey.
Oh.
That sucks. Okay, Netflix.
I got some happy mail yesterday. I keep looking over at it. I got an order of some Ruby Star.
Ooh. Okay, show and tell. Show and tell.
Show and tell. So this is from your Sarah Watts collection, Teddy and the Bears. So I didn't get the whole collection, but I got my favorite prints from it. So we've got the little.
I love that pinkish purple.
Yeah, the little rock star bears. I got it in the 3 colors.
Aww.
And there's also the bear faces, which are really cute.
Oh my god, that is darling. Aww.
And then some of this might end up in my ghost quilt I'm making tomorrow.
Ooh, I love that. Like a
colors.
scribbly stars. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Mike from New York Beauty says, John, you can just hand mail that right to him.
This is really fun. These scribbles here, these little.
Oh my god, it's like a doodles on a notebook when we were younger and teenagers. Like
The S.
yes.
So
I
there's
used
that.
to do all that on the doodles. I love it.
And then the lightning bolts are cute too.
Yes.
So I'm excited to put those to use.
I absolutely love it. So anybody that is doing this pattern or wants to do this pattern but not started it yet, pay very close attention to the orientation of your pieces.
So something that we do too, I don't know if you checked it out, Donnell, but we have an interactive pattern page as well that's available.
I have not.
So if you go through, if you do sign up, there's a page where the entire pattern is broken down into section, and there's a video for each step of me making the block. So if you want to have me next to you while you're making your quilt, you can.
Awesome sauce.
Gail says, I drooled over that quilt for quite a while when I visited. It's so inspiring. Oh, that's what that mark was on it.
Hey, Regina, how are you doing, honey? I guess I'll add my bottom paw over here to Pooh Bear now, so he can actually have his actual paw on him. I just noticed that I still hadn't attached that one piece yet. I'm like, oh, before I start the next one, I should probably add that.
Get it together before it goes missing, right?
Yes. I'm like, what is this big piece of fabric over here? So do you have anything fun and exciting coming up?
So for those who might be more local, I'm going to be presenting. I'm a guest speaker at a retreat in Digby, Nova Scotia, um, on the 2nd of November. So it's the first weekend of November. So it's a drivable distance, which means Matt and I are going to be bringing probably about 50 or 60 quilts with us for
Oh my gosh.
a big show and tell and pop-up shop. So we've got that coming up. The next 8 months for us are going to be filled with Pooh Bear. So we got that. We have other projects behind the scenes that we're working on. I'm working right now on an exclusive pattern for a shop in the US, which I'm excited to do, that you guys can learn about soon. But we just launched 3 new patterns as well. So we've always got some fun stuff going on. Crystal is asking how I got into quilting.
I seen that. I just didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh yeah, no, that's all
I'm
right.
trying to be good and not interrupt.
Yeah. So I started sewing. So my formal education is in the theater in costume design. So that's where I started sewing. And then after I graduated, I worked in the business world for a while and really wanted to get creative again. And I had never made a quilt, but I had come in contact with some quilting techniques in my education. So we did a little bit of free motion quilting for thread work. We did trapunto in quilting, and then regular quilting, like the technique of quilting, not making a quilt, but the technique of quilting in costume application. So I thought, oh, it had been a while since I had sewn. I was like, let's make a quilt, or I'll make a quilt. How hard can that be? And I was like, I was in love with it right away.
Oh, well, I believe it.
So it
Yeah,
was,
I actually started off at making quilts when I was little. My my mom and I used to do um flea markets.
oh wow.
And her favorite thing to do is crocheting. So she would crochet all these little crafts and everything and sell them. And I decided to try my hand at sewing it, making a quilt. And instead of actually quilting it on the machine, we did like the tying the knot quilting technique,
Okay, yeah.
and sold my very first one. And then life got in the way, and I had lost track of doing it and everything until I got older. And okay, I'm confused by Heather's comment now. I completely lost train of thought. She goes, "Hey, why was Tigger in the bathroom?"
Because he was playing with Pooh.
Shit, Dad's like, huh?
Looking
Oh
for
my gosh. Oh, y'all crazy. Okay, it's official. John, you fit right in with us.
yeah. So you've been quilting since you were very young.
Yeah, my mom gave me the introduction of it when I was probably, I want to say preteens.
Oh wow.
Because the area that we lived in and everything, we moved, when I was doing that, we moved out of that area by the time I was like 10, 11. And then I never touched it again until my grandmother passed away in 2018. And then
Oh
at that point, I was like, she passed away in May. And it was probably like August, September, maybe October, where I'm like, for a big tearjerker from my mom for Christmas, I am going to make her a full-size quilt. And I had a sewing machine for like 10 years before that, just never touched it.
yeah.
It's like I needed that push, that enthusiasm and everything to be able to get back to it. And when my grandmother passed, because my grandmother was a quilter, and she made a lot of crafts and quilts and everything. So when she passed, it was like all of a sudden, like if it's like finding that me doing it made me feel like she was there with me.
Hmm.
And I fell back in love and haven't stopped since. So the quilt I did for my mom, it was actually mine and my brother's, as well as my grandmother's birthstone colors. And then my grandmother's backyard was all lined in daisies. So I did the entire backing and binding of daisy fabric.
Oh, wow.
And the moment she opened, and I had it toward the daisy fabric was what she's seen when she opened the bodge. And so when she opened it up and everything and all, it's like we both just start crying.
Aw.
And I've been
Mission
quilting ever
accomplished.
since. So, I mean, the quilt came out as a complete disaster, but to this day, she still has it. My
I,
seams didn't line up, nothing matched. Blocks were not equally sized and everything. I didn't know nothing about trimming and everything else and all. It wasn't until later when I started watching like Missouri Star Quilt Company and all and to learn stuff.
I like to look at my first quilt as a reminder.
Yeah, I've actually went over and taken pictures of it on my mom's bed and everything. And then since they don't have a headboard, the wall hanging, the like lap size quilt wall hanging that I made for my stepdad of all dogs, and it was my first free motion quilting quilt. I quilted it so much it's like pretty much stiff.
Yeah. Quilt to death.
So they actually hang it up on the wall for the head to act as a headboard.
Oh.
Let's see. Chat got quiet. Where'd everybody go?
They're all getting the Kleenex from your story. They were all touched.
Yeah, I'm a sentimental person. I can't help it.
Oh, me too. So people are always surprised to know that there was really no quilters in my family, or we didn't even really have quilts growing up. So I kind of found it on my own. But I do come from a line of like artistic and crafty, especially the women, artistic and crafty women. My father was a woodworker. Like he did that as a like as a hobby too. So I definitely came from like a crafty gene pool.
Oh, that's awesome. So
Oh yeah,
Annette is asking, does Artie still have the spraying wheel? There she blows.
yeah. So there's a free pattern that's available on our website. So if you go to artistquiltingco.com, you're able to download that pattern for free. You'll find it in. Actually, I'll get the link here for you.
Awesome.
So anybody's welcome to go try that out. So if you haven't made one of our patterns before and you're curious about the techniques that are used, you can try one for free.
And I'll tell you right now, as a beginner at this, I'm totally loving it. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, good. So I always tell people, because people will ask me if they're beginner friendly. We do have patterns that are more beginner friendly. But for example, like the Winnie-the-Pooh is definitely a more advanced pattern, but we like to
And leave it to me to be that first one. I just jump right in, like, let's do this.
Yeah. But we like to write them in a way that even someone who's new and has the patience can figure it out. It's a repeat of all of the same techniques.
Yeah, they are, Adam, because after I finished this portion of my Pooh Bear block, didn't even have this part on here yet. I did this much, Adam, and then I went and ordered the red panda.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm sold.
I just came across, I'm going to show you something, Gunnell, because I just came across a red panda block I made a few years ago and forgot about.
Crystal says, I started as my kids were younger. I tried to find a hobby to do when they were gone to Etsy's for the weekend. I watched lots of YouTube channels and am self-taught. Same here. And Adam, if you're interested in ever being a guest on my channel as well, I'd be more than happy to have you on. If one of my moderators can drop my email into the chat and everything, I'd greatly appreciate it in case he is. That way he could be able to email me. We can work it out. Oh,
So
that is so adorable.
I was gonna make this one into a cushion.
Oh my God, that is so cute. Oh, look at the face.
Yeah. So this was all using Ruby Star Society blenders.
Oh my goodness gracious, that is so adorable.
And I did find this one's not quilted, but I found this one as well. I think I had taught a workshop with it, so I had a couple.
Aw. Awesome sauce, Adam. Yes, please email me. I would love to have you on here. I know we're in completely different time zones, but still, we'll work it out. I am very flexible on weekends. We'll work it out. Hey, Mary G. Oh my God, those red pandas are so adorable.
Oh, thank you. It's one of my favorite patterns that I've ever written.
Adam goes, that's fine. I don't sleep.
Yeah. Adam doesn't sleep. Sometimes
But how could he with all that beautiful stuff he makes? I mean, he does shirts, he does bags,
I
and
wouldn't be
the
able to sleep.
organization and beauty of his creative space. Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
That's what I was just gonna say. I wouldn't be able to sleep just with all those shelves behind me.
I know. I'm like, I was watching him do a live stream of a tour of his room one day, and oh my God, because I'm like, I love making like fuzzy socks. I take pairs of fuzzy socks and I turn them into puppies and kittens.
Oh, cute.
And then I hand embroider the faces. So like this is one of them I've done recently.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so
I
cute.
take 2 different colors of socks, and then I have the other sock with the other pieces of these is like the colors are reversed.
Aw,
And then I hand embroider the faces
that's
with
so
this
cute.
embroidery thread. And I use like the ribbons to put like a little bow around their neck. And I'm like, right now, currently, my ribbons are all inside just a plastic grocery bag.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need a way of organization. I've seen how he had his and everything. And so since then, I've like said at my son, I'm like, I need you to 3D print me a spool holder for my ribbons.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I'm like, I'm not buying it. I can have him 3D print it for me.
Geez, I need to get a 3D print, a 3D print man in my life too.
Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. Let's see. Not in chat today. Busy getting ready to leave. Andrea, I'm working my way up to it. I'm trying to figure out how to get the body to be just perfect. I can't seem to figure out the feet and the paws and the bunny tail. I'm working on it. Andrea, while you're in the chat, looky. I got your purple gnome done.
That's so cute.
And for anyone that did not catch it, I actually hand painted all of this. And then one thing that my son did he actually designed and printed for me, because I have an Etsy shop and everything where a lot of my small crafts and their 3D projects, I post on my Etsy store for selling. And it helps me be able to afford my fabrics and stuff.
For sure.
Or pay some extra bills.
Well,
But
you know where your priorities are lying. Yeah.
I occasionally pay the bills with it, but I try to use it for the fabric.
Exactly.
I'm like, I need materials for content.
Yeah.
No worries, Auntie Patty. Take care, hon.
All right.
So, I've actually had them try and print out some coasters, and so sewing relays. So we got, and these are like 4x4, and there's sets of 4 of them. So I got a Christmas and a Thanksgiving theme one.
Oh wow. And those are
So
3D printed?
yeah, these are actually 3D printed and everything. So
That's crazy.
yeah, because
That's
they got one printer that would do up to 4 colors at a time.
oh cool.
And so, and he actually has it sized up to where he can be able to print one set, essentially one set a day, because it
Yeah.
takes like almost our entire work shift to
Wow.
print them. So he starts it up in the morning, and then he has it where a camera is angled on it to watch it while he's working, so that way there if it messes up or anything or whatever, then okay. So Andrea wants me to show my binding spools. Let's
Yes.
see.
Regina, if you like this version here, if you go on our website, there's a queen size version that's in a bunch of different colors. You'll really like that one because it leans heavily into the Pac-Man vibes.
Yeah, it does feel a lot like Pac-Man. So this is the binding spools,
Oh, cool.
and it has like a little slit that goes like right here that goes all the way through to the other side where you can be able to put it through to get it started. We can 3D print it in any size. Has a hole up on top that goes all the way through, so you can maybe put it on thread like a thread stand or ribbon or whatever you want to do. And then you can be able to put the, if I can get it to go on here. Come on, work with me. Play nice. So the ending, whenever I don't already have it crimped and everything, can actually go up here so that way there it keeps it organized.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and they make these, and been selling these for like $10 a piece.
Those are great.
I love them, and everybody. Hi, Mama Debbie. Said my spools. I love them. Yeah, I'm constantly trying to think of things that can help sewers and be just fun and decorative.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I saw um speaking of fun little organizing things like that. So we have dachshunds. So anything we see that has dachshunds on them, of course, we go crazy. But you know how you can get the little like the binding spools for embroidery floss?
Uh-huh.
I saw a set that was a lineup of dachshunds. So you would actually wind your embroidery floss around the dachshund body. It was really cute.
So cool. Awesome. Mama Debbie, which is Inkwell Facts. She's one of my adopted mommies. She said I can put 2 folded bindings on each spool. Well, Mike is down there really promoting your ghost pattern for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
He's actually trying to post a link twice now for you, which I love that pattern. I'm just like, I got to do the red panda first
Oh, yeah. So we
because
were talking,
that was the one that caught my attention from the beginning.
so there's this version here I was talking about that really leans heavily into the Pac-Man vibes, but you can see it in actual fabric on the website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love like the separation of the light and the dark.
Yeah. So what's fun about that one is the quilt's put together like a traditional log cabin.
Let's see. Everybody's talking about the spools and the pattern. So, do you have anything that you want to give a sneak peek or anything like that before we head out and everything? Because I know we only got like about another 6 more minutes left of the show.
Oh my goodness, that went by so fast.
Yes.
Sneak peek. I don't know if I have too much as a sneak peek right now because we just released a lot.
Cassidy, I had 3 of them.
Yes, there's a lot of birds.
So, I have 2 small ones right here. I got a lovebird over here on the very end, and then my budgie. And then the one that you're hearing squawking like crazy right now is Quasar. Let's see if I can get him to come down for a treat. Want a treat?
Giovanna's asking how old I am. I'm in the sunset years of my 30s.
But that is Quasar, my sun conure. Or not sun conure, but green cheek conure.
They're so cute.
and noisy. He's a little attention hog. Hey, Maritza. Yeah, so I have these guys, and then I also have two cats and two dogs.
Wow. What kind of dogs do you have?
I have a pit bull named Sophie, and she is like 9 to 10 years old. And then I have a little Yorkie, and he is my baby. Like
Oh,
I literally can see him cradle him, and he'll go to sleep in my arms, cradled like a baby.
so one
And
of our dachshunds is like that. I'll walk around with him like a baby, and he loves it.
oh yeah, definitely, yeah. And he is 15 years old. He is mostly deaf and blind, has urinary incontinence, so he wears diapers,
Oh,
the little diaper wraps, and it's so funny and cute. And he's got food allergies with no teeth, so he's on a very special food diet with that's all mushed up and soupy. But he still jumps around and acts all spunky like a little baby. So
that's so
doctors
cute.
are like, as long as he is eating, drinking, going potty, and has no mobility issues, then he's good. I'm like, okay.
Andrea has 28 rabbits.
Yeah, she is a rabbit breeder,
Okay,
and she actually sells them for meat, except
okay.
for during like Easter and all. Then she sells them for pets as well.
Oh, nice.
And she's got a couple of little pugs. Oh, that's awesome, Cassidy. She says, I love a little pitty. We have one as well. Yeah, this is my second pit. My first one was a pit and chow mix. And the
Oh.
only way I knew that she had chow in her is because she had the blue tongue, which is like their signature.
Andrea, you might want to check by the end of this live stream. You might have another 28 rabbits.
Minimum.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I've always been a huge animal lover, but dogs have always been a soft spot for me. So,
Of course, yeah.
and
I
then
love all animals too. That's a lot of my patterns. You'll get that sense. I love animals of
I've noticed that I love it. I'm just waiting for the Yorkie quilt.
the Yorkie quilt. Oh, it's funny because when I was younger, Yorkies was like my dog that I was gonna get. I always wanted to get a Yorkie, and I ended up with Dachshunds. But I always had a soft spot for Yorkies.
Yeah, we've always tried and had big dogs, and I threw a fit for like 7 years with my husband. First 7 years of our relationship, I'm like, I want a lap dog.
Yeah.
He's like, lap dogs are yappy. I'm like, I'm like, I want a lap dog. I need a baby.
Yeah, you should have said yes.
And when
Yeah,
it got to
we'll get
yeah, when
one.
it got to a point where I could no longer have babies, he finally broke down and agreed.
Aw,
Because Yorkies are not yappy, and they're actually very quiet, and they're hypoallergenic.
yeah.
So they're not huge shedders. Michelle says, I need a manatee quilt.
Amazing.
She is a huge lover of manatees.
Aw, I like manatees as well. I love the fact that they think manatees used to be mistaken by sailors as mermaids back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that. So yeah, so my husband after work one day decided we're gonna go for a drive. So we're out driving and everything, and it was very normal for us just to us and the kids load up in the car and just go for a long drive. So we did that and everything, and next thing I know, we pull up at this house. I'm like, what are we doing? And it's like a 45-minute to an hour drive from us. He goes, we're here to get a Yorkie. I'm like, so I sat down. It was my little boy, Loki, and his brother that I was able to sit there and pick from. And they had the mommy and daddy. So I was able to see that, and he had his papers and everything and all. And so I was able to play with both of them. His brother was like super playful, but then would go off and do his own thing. Loki came over and was super playful, and then crawled up onto my chest and gave me kisses, and then lay down, went to sleep on my lap. I'm like, sold.
Yeah.
I'm like, we have a winner.
That's so cute. I always say that too because one of our little dachshunds chose us. He was the one that came over, and he probably could spot a sucker from a mile away. So he
Yeah, like when he gave me the kiss, that right there was enough to win me over.
There's nothing like puppy breath, little puppy kisses.
See Cal moo. Let's see, Andrea says, I got my Yorkie right after my husband died. I rescued her from a puppy mill. She lived to be 22 years old. Oh, wow. Okay,
Wow,
that gives me a lot of good hopes for Loki.
22.
Yeah. Because their average lifespan is like 13 to 17. And with him being 15, I'm like, oh God. I'm like, how much longer do I have left?
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't want to say goodbye. This is my baby.
Oh my goodness, 22.
I mean, I prepare his breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I take him out on a regular schedule to go potty, all of his habits and everything. And I mean, he even knows when he wants mama, he comes running to my sewing door. He can't see where the poo, but yet he knows exactly where to find me.
Oh, Michelle says she's adopted a manatee.
She did. She found an organization and she done her research and she was able to pay, I don't know how much, but she adopted one for the year. So that
Wow.
was really cool.
Oh, I was just picturing she had a really big bathtub, but
Oh my goodness gracious. Alrighty, so we are actually just over the 1 hour mark now. So
oh, wow.
yeah, so I didn't get much accomplished.
But
I got this strip here done.
that means we had fun.
Yes. I'm like, I was gonna sew, but I was having so much fun talking and getting to know you as well as my
I agree.
viewers getting to know you and hanging out with your crew as well in the chat. So
It was fun getting to know you too, and to all those who didn't know me before, hello. Come over and say hello to us. You can find us on our website, artiesquiltingco.com. You can find us. I'm most active on Instagram. If there's anybody on Instagram, at Artie's Quilting Co. You can join
thank you, Mike.
Thank you. You can join our
He's really
community.
Mike is really good with the dropping of the links.
Yes.
And so this Wednesday, guys, I will be doing just to let y'all know, I am going to be doing the spider gnome, the witch
Ooh.
gnome with a spider. That's the pattern that I'll be working on this Wednesday coming up. And so for anybody that watched me this past Wednesday, this is the one I was working on, but I never got it fully put together. I am going to admit my boo-boo. I messed up on a piece on here. His hat was not supposed to go all the way over like this. It is not blowing in the wind.
Well, we can
As
say
you can
it.
see, his hat comes up and over, and I messed up, and from like right here over was supposed to be background. So I will admit my boo-boos, but I
That
didn't catch it until after I put it together. I'm like, that's how it's staying. It's blowing in the wind now.
it looks great anyway. And you know what? You're gonna remember that block even more because you made that mistake.
Yes, every time I see it, I just giggle now. I'm just like, it's staying. I'm not fixing it. And then tomorrow I will be doing my hand quilting of the patriotic wall hang that I've been working on.
Oh, nice.
And hopefully I'll be working on the other direction of the crosshatch for the background of the piece of the panel. If not, we'll be finishing it up tomorrow. See,
Fun.
Andrea says, for anyone doing my mystery quilt along, I'm not doing a video today, but we'll be emailing 4 clues today because I have a very busy week coming up. No worries. So my so-called life and one of my viewers and moderators on here and everything and all, his name is William. And he loves doing like shirts and hoodies and jackets and everything. And whenever he does a hoodie or anything with a hood on it, he makes like this super long, big hood. that like comes down to like your waist or
Oh,
lower.
awesome.
Yeah, so we always mess with him that it's a William hat now. Oh, goodness gracious. So, yeah, so everybody, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you guys, everybody, from my viewers and from the support team over with John at Art East and the viewers there. All thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with me today, or with us today, not just me. And John, thank you so much. I
Thank you
truly
so
appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for sewing along with us in the 100-acre wood. We're so happy to have you.
Definitely. And I will catch you guys all later.
Bye.
Bye.